This video is about building an agent AI for terms and conditions user interface. It is done by a group of school students with our different names and reg numbers. Please, this agentic AI may not really come out as perfect, but it is an introduction and a way to project and see how AI can act as our assistant. Now, we can see that the flow starts from the start. From the start of the AI, then we have an LLM. That LLM is acting as a supervisor, which will take the terms and conditions that the person or the user wants to find out about or wants to use before proceeding. So the supervisor picks this text or HTTP and passes it on to the next the next LLM. And the LLM that we have used is Grok LLM, which acts as the main machine or the main agent that passes functions to other agents. Now the next LLM that picks it up is the summarization LLM that helps to summarize the bulky text that has been presented and bring it down such that the agents can read, or the user can actually comprehend. It passes on to the condition agent or the condition note, which decides whether it is legal, it has legal threats or no legal threats. You can see the two options, up and down. If it has legal threats, it goes up to the other option. If there's no legal threats, it goes up to the other option, which is upward, and gives a notification, no legal threats. But if there are legal threats to watch out, it goes to 1, which is it goes below, right? So shortly I'm going to run a test of how it works. If there is a threat, it brings out the threat and summarizes the threat and defines the threat. What legal threats will mean, what legal threats the user should be careful about. Now, the importance of these agents is so that people will not have to go through or reading bulky content of the terms and conditions before using a particular product or using a particular service. So this AI can now help us peruse or go through the entire document. We all understand that terms and conditions or agreements always come bulky, and nobody has the patience to actually read or go through every line or every word to know the legal clauses to be careful of. And that's why many people fall into legal challenges when dealing with all these services or with organizations or with products, actually, because there are hidden clauses that they don't know or existed. So that is what role these agents, or what's important gap this agentic AI is going to help to fill and provide the service or utility service of quick assessment, so that people don't fall into legal troubles. So yes, it is still kind of sketchy now, but needs to be improved, where we will have the AI send an email or a notification via email to the user, so that he or she will be able to know the date when he or she assessed this service or checked this service. With that, we have a track record also of how the person's utility, the duration of the person's utility of that same service, and the particular terms or the particular clauses that existed for every service that has been used. So that is the usefulness of this AI, and it will go a long way by helping people to abbreviate. With time, it's the development that we plan to do to impute into the AI is to help compress or summarize every content, even if it is an agreement between two partners, even if it's an agreement for a contract, even if it's an agreement for any issue that people don't really need to run around of every a content or every step of the way getting a lawyer. So this AI can act as a lawyer, or can play the role of a legal practitioner to help advise users before they go ahead to utilize or to go into binding terms of any contract. Now, it is also very pertinent to note that agentic AI have come to stay, and they act as our personal assistants. So the world is going into the stage where human inputs will no longer be needed, and that is the idea of all these projects, because we want to see how we can sit back as human or as legal practitioners can sit back, and we don't really need to call them in. So here is how it works. When we get a sample content, that's a sample terms and condition. Let us, for example, take this one that we have used before to run the test. We want to highlight it. So I'm going to copy the text to the beginning of the agreement and copy it, then place it into the chat. This is just to text the functionality. After placing it in the chat, and we'll send enter, we can see how the rows pass from the start to the finish, and it processes the terms and conditions. You can see it has brought out the results. It's now helping to highlight the clauses in this agreement to be mindful of. So when you see these clauses, you then know that, oh, these are the clauses that are infused in this agreement. Then the user will be able to know how to be careful to proceed, either to proceed with the application with the service or decline. Right. So that is the beauty of agentic AI. Agentic AI has come to stay. We have to embrace it. Thank you.